This is Engadget. Here's what's happening in the world of technology. Today is June 22nd. Located in the mountains outside Tucson, Arizona, the Kitt Peak National Observatory was threatened last week by the ongoing Contreras fire. While the blaze has affected more than 20,000 acres and disrupted work at the facility, the major scientific equipment seems to be, thus far, unscathed. The scientific community feared the worst, but over the weekend, the National Science Foundation's National Optical Infrared Astronomy Research Laboratory, NOIR-LAB, the organization that operates the site, had good news to share. All physical scientific observatory structures are still standing, NOIR-LAB said in a tweet spotted by Gizmodo. However, in a later press release, the organization said the fire destroyed 4 support buildings on June 17th. The facility's official Twitter account said NOIR-LAB staff would have to conduct a thorough assessment of the observatory grounds to determine the extent of the fall damage caused by the inferno. This process will likely take weeks, the account tweeted. Restoration of services, power, etc. may take even longer. The telescopes aren't safe just yet. The Contreras fire continues to blaze in and around the area of the Kitt Peak National Observatory. As of Monday, 350 firefighters were working to contain the fire, according to the Arizona Emergency Information Network. The potential destruction of Kitt Peak comes a little more than a year after the Arecibo Observatory's receiver platform collapsed into its iconic 1,000-foot wide antenna. Puerto Rico has pledged $8 million to rebuild the telescope, but the future of the facility is unclear. Kitt Peak may be less famous than Arecibo, but it's no less important. The facility's Mayall telescope is the 7th largest optical telescope in the U.S. and was used to discover methane ice on Pluto, back when it was considered a planet. And humans aren't the only ones working with Play-Doh. MIT CSAIL researchers have created a system, RoboCraft, that teaches robots how to work with the kid-friendly goo. The platform first takes the image of a shape, in this case a letter of the alphabet, and reinterprets it as a cluster of interlocking particles. The bot then uses a physics-oriented neural network to predict how its 2 fingers can manipulate those spheres to match the desired outcome. A predictive algorithm helps the machine plan its actions. The technology doesn't require much time to produce usable results. It took just 10 minutes of practice for a robot to perform roughly as well, and in some cases better, than humans remote controlling the same hardware. That's not the same as having a human shape the Play-Doh by hand, but it's no mean feat for a machine discovering how to perform the task for the first time. Robots frequently struggle with soft objects where they tend to thrive with firm shapes. RoboCraft-trained bots aren't about to produce elaborate sculptures. The results are still imprecise, and the machine works slowly using just 2 fingers. The team is already developing a method of making dumplings, though, and plans to teach robots to use additional tools, such as a rolling pin, to prep the food. The CSAIL scientists already have an idea of where the technology might be deployed. Kitchen robots could take over more responsibilities, while artistic automatons might create pottery. Eventually, technology like this could help the elderly and people with mobility issues by taking over household duties that require subtle motor skills. If you want to catch the latest tech news as it's happening, check out Engadget.com or tune in again every weekday.
Spoken Layer.